All right. Let's see, round 4. And we're on the play. No, we're on the draw. Our hand is awkward, but not horrible. We don't have any card advantage, but we have a lot of ways to deal with their cards. Or a couple, like, tempo-efficient ways to deal with their cards. And they have mulliganed. So I will keep. I'm going to turn 1 Island Ash Barrens, I think. I might just get the Evolving Wilds out of the way, though. Alright. Yeah, I'm going to Evolving Wilds here for a mountain. And say go. Yup. Brainstorm it is. This island is pretty sweet. I'm usually not a fan of like the super realistic art, but it's not bad. Yeah, so the problem here is that even if we if we try to Magma Spray, they might have something. They probably do have something because they passed the turn with a bunch of untapped mana. So I'm gonna wait until next turn to Magma Spray. Okay. That's interesting. Blue-black Delver, sure. So I'm gonna get, I guess, Forest and Island. Yeah. The Forest lets us cast the Pulse of Marasa to get back land. And then this Evolving Wilds basically has to go get a swamp. Whoops. I'm misclicking. Misclicks everywhere. Alright, sure. I'm going down to 11. Alright, end of turn Magma Spray. With Predict up. Alright, it just resolved, sure. Rewind is great, but I don't really have anything to cast with it. We can play the Forest and Rewind into Pulse, but it doesn't do a whole lot ultimately, so first AK is fine. We're just okay. It's gonna be another one of these matches. Remember when I said that you don't usually play accumulated knowledge mirrors? Yeah. We're definitely hitting variance. Potentially the right side of variance, potentially the very wrong side. Depends on pretty much entirely on what my opponent, like how my opponent ends up playing this and how our draws line up. We are pretty far ahead here. I will prohibit that. Alright, we got it. Ponder's fine. So opponent's going to end up with 3 cards in hand and 4 lands in play. We're going to end up with 5 and 4 lands in play. And then we draw and we end up with 6 and 4 lands in play. And that's just, like, real bad for our opponent because we're ahead 2.5 cards. Mental Note's fine. Yep. Saw that coming. It's okay, we can teachings for a Scred here. We get a swamp. Yeah. Especially because we have another teachings. Alright. And this is like exactly enough to kill it. Like, okay, you played a 1-mana creature, 1-mana 5/5, I'll play 1-mana deal 5. Let's go. Come on. I can totally handle this. Alright, that's fine. And we're good. So I can take damage a couple times, especially because I have this pulse. But really, I'm just going to like rewind into flashback teachings. That's my hope here. Alright, well, or just flashback teachings without rewinding. So that's a good one. There are no accumulated knowledges in the graveyard, unfortunately. I think I just grab a Scred here. I already have a teaching, so yeah, we'll just get Scred. Alright. Scred your thing. Sure. Rewind. Right, yeah. So they can force it through. I have a teachings for another Scred. And they're all tapped out. So it's fine. Alright. Sure. Make it dead. Go ahead. I didn't draw land, right? Alright, let's brainstorm. We didn't play land this turn, so we're going to try to find one. Yeah, so what don't I want? Pulse is fine, but not great. Exclude is really good. I don't really want this other brainstorm, so I'm going to play... We're going to cycle this for an island and play it. Awesome. So we hit our land drop, and we were able to upgrade our spells. Alright, so that's a Delver. If that doesn't flip, then we can, like, Sprout Swarm and stuff. If it does, we can Scred it. Sweet. That's a good draw. Alright, opponent's gonna hopefully just get wrecked. But, okay. Flipped on a Brainstorm. I will Scred it now, before they get to draw and cast said Brainstorm. So I have 7 mana. Yeah, they got it. That's a good one. Alright. Flashback teachings, I guess. They can brainstorm into a counterspell, but waiting a turn is not the best either. Because, like, there's no guarantee I'll be able to draw something and like draw a counterspell or another teachings or something. I'm out of Screds, and I don't have a spray, though, so I guess I have to get this Spell Stutter Sprite and hope that's enough. Jeez. Or Pulse of Marasa. Yeah, Pulse buys me time. Not a ton of time, but it buys me time. Oi. Swarm is just, I'm not ready for that yet, and I don't need this Brainstorm. We'll Pulse back in Ash Barrens. And cycle it for an island. And play the island, and pass turn with Rewind into Teachings. And basically what I need to do here to get that Aberration off the table is I need to Spell Stutter Sprite plus Electrickery. And that is not going to be the easiest thing to do. I'm actually going to exclude here. Mental Note, yeah. They dump 2 lands. Alright, and that resolves. Okay. So yeah, I need to Spell Stutter Sprite plus Electrickery off of this Teachings, and then that's basically all I can do for the moment. Alright, opponent clicked through their attack step. Guess they're like worried about a flash creature or something? I don't know. I'm gonna get another Teachings, since they gave us an extra turn. And then we're gonna get the Spell Stutter Sprite. Okay. So now we're okay. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I can flashback, cast Sprite, cast Electrickery. I'm going to take this last point of damage first. Alright, now it's their step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have Rewind open, or Memory Lapse plus Sprite. I will get Electrickery, and then I get to draw. Sprout Swarm is solid. Okay. Sprout Swarm is solid because it lets me use this Teachings for, like, accumulated knowledge or something. Alright. Electrickery you. Get this Sprite into play. Rewind it so that we don't take the damage, so that we can actually block. We don't just die. And then, right, they're depriving, so I can Memory Lapse the deprive. No, I'm gonna Memory Lapse the Echoing Decay, actually. Because it's gonna be completely useless after this turn. So, like, I'd rather just get them that way. Alright, so that resolved, that's fine. And now I get to block, right? That was a lot of work to get this thing off of the table. Have to tell you. This deck might need a fifth, or like it might need another removal spell. Alright, yeah, I'll Brainstorm, let's see what's up. That is a lot of what's up. Alright. We don't need the Sprout Swarm yet. Okay. Just like 2 counter spells. There's the Swarm. We just have more counter spells. I didn't Teachings because I want to draw the 2 cards on top. Alright. So that's a good one. And then I can cast it with Buyback and hold up Counterspell. And start putting my opponent on a clock, yeah. Then I draw another Counterspell. And opponent gets to get pummeled. We're going to take off the upkeep stops now. And I just don't need to recast this. I don't need to flash back the Mystical Teachings. Sorry, I'm trying to do these operations and narrate at the same time, and if the operations are real complex, sometimes it gets difficult. Alright, excludes a good draw. So I don't need to flash back the Teachings, and I just want to manage my my round timer as well as possible, so I'm just gonna kill them as quickly as I can. Yeah, that's fine. Targeting me, sure. Flipped over and accumulated knowledge, that's okay. I didn't realize they were targeting me at first, but it's okay. No issue there. Alright. Even if they have 2... Oh, they have Echoing Decay, right? So, like, if they try to counter this Sprout Swarm, I'm fine. Yeah, so this is okay. Daze? What? Alright. Alright. You got me. So they hit the Sprout Swarm, and I still have the Scrounger, though. But it's going to take me longer to win. Alright, Doomblade is totally fine. Just don't care about that. Alright, we're fine. We're just 100% golden here. As long as the Echoing Decay didn't resolve, I'm fine. Like, what are they going to do? Fight through each one of these tokens? I can't believe I stayed alive at 2. Alright, that's getting excluded. But I'm fetching first. Alright, well, that was good. Just like ye old 2 for 1. Yeah. Sure. Whoop. That's a good one. That is also a good one. And then we have triple counterspell up. Alright, 4 turns. I kind of want to show you all the like Scrounger loop. And I've never done it, but I just don't think I'll need to. I think this deck needs like at least 1 Lightning Bolt in the sideboard or somewhere in the 75. Don't want to let that resolve because I have like at least one. I have 2 in there, so they would have drawn 3. Yeah, that's not happening. All right, and opponent is certifiably dead because I have 4 counter spells, and they will only have a total of 3 cards by the time I kill them. So that is gonna get memory lapsed. And now they dead. Oh, there's an exclude. Sure. Sure. Done. Ha. Alright, game 2. Yeesh, 15. Alright, capsize is too expensive. Sprite is not the best because it doesn't deal with their... What is it? It doesn't deal with most of their threats, so I'm just gonna Pyroblast it up. Electrickery is also fine, but we didn't see Spellstar Sprite, so this is basically just a 1-for-1. Actually, not a fan of Electrickery. We might need Scrounger. Pulse is not good. Sprite is not great, as mentioned before. I think this is fine. Rewind and Teachings are a little slow, but like ultimately I'm gonna be okay. Yeah, opponents deciding whether or not to keep. This hand is not great, but I'll keep. Let's see. We just Evolving Wilds, yeah. Get an island and hope that it's enough. Alright, so they don't really have many threats. Are they? Like, they're not deploying their threats quickly. Relic's a pain. Relic is a tremendous pain. So, sure. I guess. Oof. Oof. Short on blue mana, so I'm gonna brainstorm right now. Hope to hit an Ash Barrens. That's not an Ash Barrens. It is a blue. Like, it is a blue source, though, which is good. I don't have any way to deal with this relic unless I force my opponent to crack it. Which is, you know, not the worst thing to do. Let me think. Yeah, that's fine. So Memory Lapse is great against Delve cards. Just FYI. It's amazing against Delve cards. Because sometimes they can't cast the Delve card. Yeah, Barrens, so they have 5. Alright, so they have 5 cards in the graveyard. Which means they'll be able to keep up like counterspell mana while they cast their threat. That's fine. Alright, I'm an AK. It resolves. Oh, nice. Okay. So that's really good. I don't want either of these lands. Gonna get another island. And then Unknown Shores can do our filtering work if we need it. Oh wow. They like should have done that way earlier. But okay. So now if we find another AK, we can force them to crack it. They just not have a threat, because that's great. Not a fan of that, not a fan of that Sprout Swarm, but okay. Sure. Teaching's time. So if they respond with Relic, then I won't get accumulated knowledge, but if they let me go get something, I very well might get accumulated knowledge here. Alright, they're paying costs. So they're accumulated knowledging, and then they're going to activate Relic, I suspect. Like, that's fine. I'll still get accumulated knowledge, right? Because then... Yeah, because then they have to, like, exile. Okay. Okay, sweet. So I'm going to force them to actually, like, crack the Relic here. Let's AK first. Nah. Alright. We're gonna cycle this for, I guess, a black source. Yeah. So we can flashback teachings. And that Ash Barrens is great. I want to AK on my opponent's turn, because then I don't have to discard. It's like more likely that they can counter it, but still. I'm okay with that. So we're still just waiting. Alright. Cannot come to the party. I will, I guess, counterspell your counterspell? Yeah, I don't want to memory lapse it just yet. Alright, so they're accumulated knowledging for 3 cards. Which is okay, because it lets, like, minus 4 cards if they don't pop the Relic. Goodbye, Scavenger. Alright, they're popping it now. Okay. Well, that's fine. They're gonna have to discard, and I'm in a really decent position, actually. Ooh, Brainstorm into Evolving Wilds. That's good. Put the force back and fetch it, and I guess I can put this AK back. Yeah. It's fine. Maybe I should have put the Brainstorm back, though. It's like, that's definitely a consideration. I don't want that to happen. I also don't want that to happen. The virtues of double memory lapse is that they won't be drawing that Delver for a while, but okay. Well, gotta fight through that eventually. We drew another accumulated knowledge. Okay. So we have 1 exiled, and they have 2 exiled. So there are 5 copies still sitting around. I'm gonna brainstorm. Oh, I just have Magma Spray. Sweet. Have spray will travel. We can definitely put back the 1 teachings, and I'll put back the Sprout Swarm. We don't need it. And then I'll teachings at the end of my opponent's turn. Nope. Not happening. You do not get to Stormbound Geist. I only have 1. Yeah. I only have 1 Magma Spray. Don't get to Stormbound Geist more than once. Alright, if they're delving, Rewind is going to be so sweet. Oh, or that. Yeah, that's fine. Alright. Teachings. Can't even get dazed. Go away. Alright, so, wow. Okay. That's great. That's real great. Great spot. Can flashback teachings. Yep, basically anything I can scred, I will. Anything I can't scred, which is like nothing, I guess, I'll counter. Yeah, we're in a great spot here. But like I always say that, so. Alright, scred your thing. This is why this card is so much better than Lightning Bolt. So I can't quite flashback teachings with rewind up. But I can like rewind into teachings, so if they play another spell, I might consider doing that. Jeez. Yeah, I don't want them to draw 3 cards. It's not very nice of them. Okay. Sure. Just like 1 mana, kill your Gurmag Angler. Seems great. Hello, accumulated knowledge. Let's draw 4. Alright, opponent disconnected. So maybe they just won't do it. Yeah, maybe they'll just scoop. We'll see. Alright. Still waiting. So this deck is actually, like, real hard to play properly. Because your resources are, like, so limited at times. Like, the sequencing is really precise and stuff, but I also haven't played against an aggro deck so far. Like a true aggro deck instead of, like, a Delver deck or anything like that. So I haven't been able to see, like, how the relative lack of removal plays. Like, Stompy seems like a horrible matchup. Because none of our blasts in the sideboard work. They have draws that just don't let Electrickery work, so we basically have like 5 removal spells, and our counter spells are really slow against them. So that seems like it would be pretty bad. But like, most of the other matchups feel pretty good. Not really sure how to fill this space, but our opponent's almost certainly going to lose on time no matter what they do. Whoops. Hang on. Sorry about all the downtime, guys. And gals and non-binary folks. This art is creepy. With like the Easter Island heads covered in snow, and the whole island is like deserted, and yeah. The mountain's really pretty though. Like, the light hits the snow and it's just pretty gorgeous. And then the swamp is weird. I don't see any snow here. Like, in the snow-covered swamp, I just don't see any snow. Like, there just isn't any. I don't know. I don't have a forest in the yard, so I can't, like... Okay, I'm gonna take a look at the snow-covered forest. While we're waiting. Snow-covered forest is pretty, too. I wonder about those symbols on the rock there, if there's any special connection to, like, the Magic storyline or anything. Anyway, still waiting. Alright. Well, I don't think they're coming back. Alright, well, just tell y'all to stop listening once you get to a certain point. Like, once my opponent disconnects, you can leave. It's not... Yeah. I'll put that in the article. But it looks like we're gonna be 2-2 going into the finals. Even though we should be, like, 3-1, because, you know... It's like, yeah. Should be 3-1, because of that burn matchup. Oh, well. Bum, 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 bum. I'm still waiting. Okay. If you stuck with the video this long, first of all, why? But second of all, I appreciate it, I guess. There really isn't any Easter egg. Opponent's just timing out. And we're done. Alright, stay tuned for round 5 and the wrap up.